Alright YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder Ground Forces with the Angry Nerd. And today we're going to take a look at the much anticipated Panzer VI Tiger Ausf H1. But once again, before we get started, I would like to bring your attention to the skin that's on this Tiger 1. It was created by he who shall not be named. But I will provide a link to his live at warthunder.com profile so that you can go and check it out and find this and many other wonderful skins. Okay, so back to the Tiger. The Tiger 1 is the common name of a German heavy tank developed in 1942 and used in World War II. The final official German designation was Panzerkampfwagen 6 Tiger Ausf H, often shortened to Tiger. Plans for a 30-ton tank were first mentioned in 1935, but it was not until 1937 that German industry first began working on heavy tank designs. Despite the decision to mass produce the Panzer III and IV, and the certainty at the time that these two models would be adequate for the expected battles of the future, the German General Staff also called for an even heavier tank in 1937. This was to be a 29.53 ton or 30,000 kilogram or more vehicle, and was to be a heavy breakthrough tank to lead armored assaults. From 1937 to mid-1941, Henschel produced designs and prototypes of various medium and heavy tanks, such as the DW-1 and 2, the VK-3001, VK-3601, and VK-6501. They were all designated as VK, or Trial Test Chassis. DW-1 and DW-2 were to be armed with 75mm guns, while the VK-3601 was to be armed with a larger main gun. At the same time, Dr. Porsche developed his VK-3001 Leopard medium tank. None of these tanks entered production, but provided both companies with valuable experience in tank design and production, which would later be useful in working on the Tiger heavy tank. These designs lapsed until 1941, when it was realized that the Panzer III and Panzer IV had been less successful than had been expected against the heavily armored French and British tanks in 1940. In the Battle of France, Allied armored forces had fielded the French B-1 and the British Matilda, which were almost impregnable to all available German weapons at combat ranges, except the 88mm Flak 41. During the 6 weeks of fighting, the Panzer III prevailed through its own qualities, which were excellent communication and coordination, well served by their 3-man turret, flexible tactics, and speed, which allowed for engagement at closer than normal combat ranges, and constant cover by the Luftwaffe. However, the Germans suffered 160,000 casualties, and 795 tanks were lost of all types, a significant number which highlighted the weakness of the same Panzer III, namely the lack of penetration of their KWK-36 main cannon and insufficient armor protection. On May 26, 1941, Henschel and Ferdinand Porsche were asked to submit designs for a 45-ton heavy tank to be ready by June 1942. Porsche worked on an updated version of their VK 3001P Leopard tank prototype, while Henschel worked on an improved VK 3601H tank. Henschel built two prototypes, a VK 4501H H1 with a 88mm L56 cannon and a VK 4501H H2 with a 75mm L70 cannon. By the time Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union, started in June of 1941, all Panzer IIIs had been upgunned to the J1 standard with the KWK 38 L42 50mm gun. This gun was sufficient against the tens of thousands of BT-7s and T-26s, which consisted the bulk of the Russian armed forces. However, German crews were shocked to discover that both the T-34 and KV-1 were immune to their weaponry, even at short ranges. The T-34 completely outclassed anything the Germans were currently fielding. The Panzer IIIs, with the 50mm KWK 38 L42 main armament, could penetrate the sides of a T-34, but only at short range, and the KV-1 was immune to all but the 88mm flat gun. Once reports of the T-34 and KV-1s reached the German High Command, Porsche and Henschel were issued an immediate change to the specifications to increase the weight to 45 tons and to increase the gun caliber to 88 millimeters. Now they wanted a heavy tank capable of mounting the highly successful 88 millimeter high velocity gun in a turret with full traverse and carrying sufficient armor to defeat all present and future anti-tank weapons. Both companies were to use a common turret built by Krupp. The project was to be known as the Tiger program. The 56 caliber long 88 millimeter KWK 36 was chosen for the Tiger. It was, along with the Tiger II's 71 caliber long 88 millimeter KWK 43, one of the most formidable guns of World War II. A combination of a flat trajectory from a high muzzle velocity and the precision of the TZF-9B gun sight, which was later replaced with the monocular TZF-9C, made it very accurate. In British wartime firing trials, 5 consecutive hits were scored on a 16 by 18 inch target at a range of 1,100 meters, 3,600 feet. Tigers were reported to have knocked out enemy tanks at ranges of more than 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles. The ammunition for the Tiger had an electrically fired primer. 4 types of ammunition were available, but not all were fully available. The PZ-GR-40 shell used tungsten, which was in short supply as the war progressed. Porsche and Henschel submitted prototype designs, each making use of the Krupp design turret. Henschel began working on its model under the direction of Dr. Erwin Aders, drawing from its previous work on the heavy tank designs of the VK 3001H and the VK 3601H, while Porsche's Tiger development was based on its previous design of the VK 3001P Leopard. The two firms were to have prototypes ready for inspection by Hitler at Rastenburg on his birthday on 20 April 1942. The Porsche and Henschel tanks were put through their trials, and in spite of Dr. Ferdinand Porsche's friendship with Hitler, the Henschel design was accepted, in large part due to its superior maneuverability, but also because Porsche's design used a troublesome gasoline-electric hybrid power unit, which needed large quantities of copper, a strategic war material that Germany had limited supplies of. Expecting an order for his tank, Porsche built 100 chassis. After losing the contract, they were used for a new turretless casement-style tank destroyer. 91 hulls were converted into the Panzer Tiger P in the spring of 1943. Production of the Panzerkampfwagen 6 Ausf H began in August of 1942. The tank was given the nickname Tiger by Ferdinand Porsche, and the designation H was for the manufacturer Henschel. The Roman numeral 1 was added later after the Tiger II entered production. The Tiger differed from earlier German tanks, principally in its design philosophy. Its predecessors balanced mobility, armor, and firepower, and were sometimes outgunned by their opponents. The Tiger I represented a new approach that emphasized firepower and armor. While heavy, this tank was not slower than the best of its opponents. However, at over 50 tons dead weight, the suspension, gearbox, and other such items had clearly reached their design limits, and breakdowns were frequent. Although the general design and layout were broadly similar to the previous medium tank, the Panzer IV, the Tiger weighed more than twice as much. This was due to its substantially thicker armor, larger main gun, greater volume of fuel and ammunition storage, the larger engine, and the more solidly built transmission and suspension. The Tiger was still at the prototype stage when it was first hurried into service, and therefore changes, both large and small, were made throughout the production run. A redesigned turret with a lower cupola was the most significant change. In 1942 alone, at least 6 revisions were made, including removal of the front armored shield, the addition of removable mudguards, the addition of smoke discharge canisters, and in late 1943, the application of a non-magnetic anti-mine coating. Production of the Tiger I began in August of 1942, and 1,355 were built by August of 1944. When the improved Tiger II began production in 1944, the Tiger I was soon phased out. Today, only a handful of Tigers survive in museums and exhibitions worldwide. The Bovington Tank Museum's Tiger 131 is currently the only one restored to running order. Now in War Thunder, the Tiger H1 is a rank 3 with a battle rating of 5.7. It has a 650 horsepower engine propelling the 57.3-ton vehicle to a top speed of 28 miles per hour. It comes equipped with the 88mm KWK-36 cannon, which has a reload rate of 8.8 seconds. Now, when I first got my hands on the Tiger I, I was familiar with its ferocious reputation in World War II. And I thought I was just going to roll up into the middle of the battle and blow the crap out of everybody. And that just doesn't happen in War Thunder. It has a battle rating of 5.7, which means you're going to be seeing some 6.7 vehicles. You're going to see the Tiger IIs and the IS-2s and all kinds of really nasty stuff. And if you go rolling right up in the middle like you're the man, like I thought I was, well, the same thing's going to happen to you that happened to me. I got the crap blown out of me. So I thought I would take a minute and go over some tips and tactics for using the Tiger in War Thunder. Now, the main role of the Tiger tank was to eliminate other tanks at very long ranges, sorta like a tank destroyer. But the Tiger can also excel at medium to close range brawling with other tanks and come out relatively unscathed. The Tiger, however, cannot survive close range engagements on open terrain with fast medium tanks due to its slow turret traverse. So because it has such a slow turret traverse, I recommend that you get the turret traverse modification as fast as possible. After parts and fire suppression, always go for those first. Even once you get the turret traverse modification, you will need to turn the tank along with the turret most of the time to quickly engage your targets. The slow turret traverse, coupled with very exposed ammo racks on both sides, means that facing multiple enemies at once is almost certain death to a Tiger. The best option is to take cover from one tank and fire on the other tank. Now, when you're engaging some of these other targets in these brawls, it's best to angle the Tiger at about 30 degrees. This can bounce 85 millimeter rounds even at close range. Speaking of rounds, as far as ammo is concerned, you will mainly want to stick with the default AP rounds. These will do the most damage. As far as heat rounds go, they only offer more penetration at extreme ranges, but do less damage. The 88mm gun can take out any tank on Tier 3 at any combat range, but you may have problems with the IS-1's 120mm front armor at some ranges. The Tiger is best used on the flanks of the current maps, as these are usually more open and allow for good use of its armor and excellent gun. The center of the map may seem more logical as there are more enemies there, but as I discussed earlier, the Tiger does not react well to being flanked. A Tiger taking fire from multiple directions won't last long. Going on the flank, taking down the light and medium enemy tanks is an easy task for this beast, and thus a flank can be easily secured if you drive carefully. Then you can work yourself into the enemy sides and rear of the main force in the center of the map. Okay, so that's enough history. I actually left out more than I covered. But why don't we hop into a game and see what we can actually do with the Tiger H1. Okay. Hopefully this will go by pretty quick here. It's been, yes, excellent. We picked up Berlin, which is not a bad map for the Tiger at all. But it all depends on what you're facing too, so we'll see what we can do. It seems to be, all right, here we go. Everything looks pretty good. 75 of one round, 17 of the other. Looks like we're going to be spawning in about 5 seconds. Alright, I'm going to come around here to the left and see what I can catch going to A. I'm not going to go to the far corner. I'm going to kind of come up in here in the middle. Trees. See, these machine guns can knock these trees down. I'm in a tiger tree. Get out of my way. And now I've got a tree stuck on me. Get off me, tree. Oh well, can't worry about the tree anymore. Okay, I am slightly angled. What is that? Oh, nice, first strike. How did that not hit? How did that not hit? Okay, that hit. Somebody's shooting back at me. Who is shooting me? Somebody has wounded my crew. The turret is traversing very slowly. Oh no, my loader is out, or is that commander? Somebody in the crew is out, and that will greatly diminish my combat capabilities. I'm going to fire a good bit slower, and I bounced that shot. Oh, look how much it's taking me longer to reload. Oh, we nicked him in the back fuel tank. Maybe he'll burn up. Oh, shoot. 3485. Oh, he took a shot at me. I noticed him just in time. Come on out. Here we go. Bam. Oh, that didn't feel good. Is he gonna get a shot off before I get reloaded? I don't know. Nope. Oh. Some kind of Jag Panzer behind that hill. Still worried about that corner over there, because I saw several tanks make it across. And there's that Jag Panzer. I got a good shot in on him, and he backed up. What we got here? Missed him. I got this long reload. T-3485. Missed him. Oh, M4A2 over here. Shoot through the building. Messed his transmission up, and kill assist. It's more like a little wooden outhouse in a building. Okay, there's that Jag Panzer again, but I really don't have a shot on him. He's got a good position. Trying to be patient. I know they're going to come out soon. Oh yes, that was nice. I'm firing over this debris a little bit. 3485 right there. He was right there. He's not right there anymore. And the Jag Panzer He should have stayed behind that hill. We've got 2 cap circles to their 1, so I'm in no hurry whatsoever to like try to run down and take that cap circle. And oh, it bounced. Come on. Reload. SU-76M to my left there. I was expecting him to come out beside the building. Who ran into me? Is that a Hellcat? What's that? Oh. There we go. Chaffee cannot take that 88. I was trying to see if that was wooden, but that's a more solid building. BT5. The terrain over there is so uneven, it's really hard to get a moving shot on some of these tanks. I can't even hit him with a machine gun. I'm really only worried about a BT5 for capping purposes. He's not really going to do much to anybody, I don't think. Yes. Always good to get KV2s out of the game. Okay, we're still up 2 cap points to 1. Something hit me. Come on out. Another Chaffee way over there. Oh, I missed him. Come on. Be still. Oh, he stopped. He listened to me. He stopped. Dang it. Somebody else killed him. Just gonna poke out a little bit and see what I can see. KB2 way over there. 4A2. No. They're so far back there, I really don't have a shot at them. If I want a piece of this action, I might need to move up. But I'm going to stick to the low ground here on the left, because I don't want to be silhouetted up on top of that road. Getting knocked off right here at the end of the game, that would bite. This ticket counter's going to start blazing down any minute. Hopefully something will spawn in up here. There's a BT-5, is that what it is? I don't really have a shot on him. Yep, I think that about does it. Okay. I need to finish this video up and go to bed. Whew, what did we do? Looks like we destroyed 9 ground units. We picked up the first strike, multi-strike, one shot, professional, shadow strike streak, and ground win streak. 9 ground units, 1 assist. Second place in the team, 47,512 Silver Lions. Yep, that guy got 10. So good deal. Save it. All right. That's not bad at all. Okay. So, the Tiger Panzer 6 Ausf H1 Tiger. It is a good tank, but just remember, you just can't go blazing right in there because it's not invincible. All kind of stuff can take you out. So just be careful. Don't make the same mistake that I made when you get it. Remember to angle your armor. The turret is not much you can do with trying to angle that, but I don't know, you could wag it a little or something like that, but at least for your hull, put it at about a 30-degree angle and sit back and snipe at people. Works really good. And then once you got all their good stuff taken out, then roll up on them and finish your work. So if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. But as always, thanks for watching. Nerd out.